Hello and welcome back to Doing It Live with Doomlink. We are here in Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning, and I've got Feyblades. Not Beyblades, Feyblades. And they're sort of fun to use, but also very, very different to the hammer, of course, because with the hammer you're actually dealing quite a lot of damage with every swing, whereas these do relatively low damage, but attack very quickly. Essentially the opposite type of weapon to what I was using before. I'm not too sure yet if I like them. I think I like them. But we'll see how we go. It is what I am focusing my upgrades on for the time being. I've got 3 points into Feyblades at this stage, and then I'll probably put another 3 points into them for my next level up. Whether or not it is advisable to put all of your points into upgrading a weapon is something that I'm sure I will discover as time passes, but I wasn't really doing it that way before, but the more weapons I want to try, the more tempting it is to do it this way. Come on, Mountain Troll. Well, I thought I had successfully rolled through that. Evidently not. Oh, fuck. Alright. Minor healing potion. I swear I was at 6 before. Maybe I'm going crazy. Something I just realized right now is that last boss that I fought, I didn't even use Reckoning mode when fighting him. Just goes to show that they definitely made the right decision to constantly remind you of the fact that there is a Reckoning mode that you could be using. Because otherwise I probably would have completely forgotten about it by now. I just haven't really found the need to use it. Anything that is limited, that was great. I could actually see under the ground there. I don't know if you noticed that. Oh, this must be a different kind of troll to the last one. This is a rock troll, as opposed to a mountain troll. He seems to have a lot of health. But yeah, I just... whenever there's something that I have in limited use, I try to be very sparing. Very conservative with its use. Because I want to ensure that when I really need it, it will be there. Goodbye. Iron Helm doesn't look very useful. I'm not sure what you mean by non-enhanced version. I'm assuming this is the non-enhanced version. Terrible drop rates for items that are appropriate for your level. Okay. I seem to be doing okay so far, but that does sound like a little bit of a flaw, doesn't it? Very low chance of getting good weapons for your level. No, this is not re-reckoning, although I am live streaming the re-reckoning version. This is indeed the original. What the hell is this? I can't really interact with it. I wonder how different re-reckoning is visually. It mustn't be that different. Feyblades are very hack and slash. Very hack and slash. There we go. I got one of the cans. Score. Uh-oh. Remember, Feyblades don't work very well against flying creatures, from what I can tell. I would try it again now. Well, look, I'll wait until there's only one left. Or I'll just do this one. Oh, no, that's actually alright. I just seem to remember fighting a sprite before, and I was barely able to hit it. That seemed perfectly acceptable. Alright. Looks like our next cairn will be in here. In Sunder Caves, or whatever that said. May not have said caves. Okay. I'm playing the harder version. Understood. Not that I really would have noticed. Is this the guy we were talking to before? No, this is not Ziggy Stardust. This is someone else entirely, just with the very same shade of hair.
Well, you truly fit Hallam's description. It's nice to finally gaze upon the new Sagril. I am Sir Airmer. This is my companion, Sir Creth. Welcome to Sunder Caverns. If you come in search of the Maid of Windermere...
Are all of these people in possession of a name that can be given to someone else whenever they die? Or do they have different names? I don't really understand.
Well, I managed to find one, but there are plenty more. The maid had them. She was here one moment, but gone the next, as is her way. She did leave behind her old ally, Nyx the Troll, to give us a bit of trouble and slow our pursuit. Creth and I have fought Nyx more times.
Good old Nyx the Troll.
You could say he's an old friend. If you're interested in joining our little hunting party, feel free.
Well, I'm here to get the cairns, not to talk to you, or to get chummy with you either. I do like how these look when sheathed. Very cool. This bear isn't doing much of anything. I'd apologise for beating on you in this way, but that's what you get for being here. That's what you get for standing in my path. There we go. Not much in the way of experience, unfortunately, but it is what it is. Do I really want this stuff? Probably not. I'm not sure what's down there, but it doesn't seem to be anything related to this quest, so I'll continue this way. I do remember these enemies. There's a lot of them. It was basically one guy versus 4 of these. They make really silly noises. They sound like a woman moaning. Can you hear that? You can't unhear it now, can you? Alright.
We didn't expect to see you here. I imagine Tenwa has something to do with this.
Why am I even talking to you? I was trying to loot.
Of course, we'll have to get through Nyx to find one.
Thank you, AJ. Very good. Moaning face in the chat. Alright, we've got another fake hen. Very good. Onward. You've got little fairy wings. Oh, you pretty little fairy. Never mind. They're not actually fairy wings. They just looked a little bit like fairy wings. At a glance. Pretty little fairy. I do like the big strong attacks that come out occasionally with the Feyblades. But yeah, lots of weapons in this game, which is good. Lots of weapon types, that is to say. Chakrams were my favourite when I first played the game, around the time it came out, but I didn't like them enough to continue playing the game, so yeah. It's weird, I feel like I must have gone in a very different direction when I played the game the first time. I didn't hang around here. I think I must have gone out to here fairly early on. But I guess I'm trying to be a little bit more completionist. this time around. Or maybe I only did the main quest. That could have been what it was. Maybe I remained fixated on the main quest, which took me through different parts of the world much faster. Yeah, I sort of had a feeling they were similar to fairies. Where the hell am I? I got lost for a moment, though. Get out of my way. Steel Feyblades, probably not better than what I've got. Almost certainly not better. Nope. Don't know if you saw the light flicker there. You probably did. It's thanks to the light that you can see me. So yeah, if you saw like a weird change in the webcam lighting there, that was not in software. That was literally the light flickering in my room. Alright, Steel Feyblades. Shockingly, they deal more damage on their own. It's got a weapon socket. Is this like a slot in Monster Hunter? Utility socket, weapon socket. What the fuck is this? So, this is probably still better to use based on the additional 10% of physical damage and chance to stun. Yeah, overall I'd say Feyblades of Song would be better to use, but I just wonder what weapon socket and utility socket are. I'll look it up. Yeah, so it is like a slot in Monster Hunter. You can actually put a gem in there. I don't know what it means by utility, though. What does it mean by utility? Yeah, I do see the requirements 1 to 3. And presumably that's mastery of the weapon. So I do have weapon mastery 3. But, yeah, okay. So funny that they call it socket. Slot is such a better choice of words, isn't it? Socket. Okay. Well, I don't think I have any gems. I don't really know what utility socket refers to. But anyway, I don't think I can make use of it now, so I won't worry. I'll just try to file it away in the back of my mind as something that I can probably make use of later on in the game. Is that really weapon requirement? Level requirement. Okay. So what's this 1 to 3 that you're talking about? All the requirements are 1 to 3. What point are you trying to make? Alright, so I think there's only one more can to acquire. And it seems like it might actually be in this place. Yeah, it is. That's good news. Almost done with this quest. Alright, let's go in this direction to see if there's something to loot. No, not really. Oh, I haven't fought one of these before. He's already getting attacked. I like how the guy who's helping me didn't want to wait for the cutscene to finish. He just went straight in there and started stabbing the thing. Feels like an unfair advantage. Wish I could do that. I wish I could just ignore the cutscene and go straight in there. Maybe I can. The reason why it didn't look like the health was actually changing for that sprite was because I was hitting a different one to the one that I was targeting. Very good. At least I can gather. Alright, come on, troll. How about you? Still not using reckoning mode because I really don't need to. I've even got assistance. Very heavy flinching. Yeah, I keep forgetting about that follow-up. There you go. Pretty good experience. Shining leggings. That sounds very stylish. Oh, well, I was trying to have a look to see what that was, but fine, I'll talk to you instead.
It was surely not to play his part in the coming ballad. There's more going on here than Creth and I are party to. I want to know what. We'll speak again back at the House of Ballad.
You're talking about the low chance of acquiring weapons appropriate for your level.
And we all must be on our guard.
Yeah. But, I mean, I don't know. I mean, does it feel out of balance? I feel like I'm doing acceptable damage. I'm not sure. I feel like the game would be extremely easy if I were getting stronger weapons than what I have now. But you're right, I can see that the requirements are very low for the weapons. It's a bit weird, but it also, despite that seeming to be out of balance, the way I'm playing the game feels okay. I don't feel underpowered. Lockpicking. Oh. Oh my god, this is the worst I've done with picking a lock in quite some time. A lambent lightning shard, fine. No, fine. I guess I just got really lucky several times. Save the game. On the hardest difficulty, it's basically impossible without magic. Well, I'm not really interested in changing the difficulty. Should I go that way or that way? I'll go this way. Hoxie. And we're not too far away from where we're going. Why? Why? It seems that when we've got people we can talk to get side quests, they're marked on our map. I believe that's an accurate assessment of what I'm looking at there. What is the purpose of collecting these stones? I thought I was getting experience when I was collecting them, but now I'm not so sure. No, I am getting experience. Okay. They're basically explaining the lore through these stones. It's kind of funny. Where are the enemies? Oh. Bergen. Ow. Not good. Now, adrenaline surge. What is actually the function of adrenaline surge? I assume it... Yeah, it seems to deal more damage, doesn't it? Gives me a damage boost. Nope. Imagine if I got some level 9 Feyblades. Could you imagine? What would I be dealing, like 60 damage? Well, it just goes to show that when I do actually get a high level weapon, it'll be a pretty special moment. Got an experience booster potion. I can probably save that for my next boss fight. If I remember to use it. I'm going the wrong arse way. Not to put too fine a point on it. The wrong arse way. These guys are worshipping this altar. Sorry to interrupt your spiritual moment. Oh no, I got blood plague. It's going to have a minor effect that I won't notice. Take that, you boggart. It sounds like a derogatory form of British slang. Fine, I'll take the Scarlet Flow Stone. It might be useful. Who knows? I suppose I'll heal myself again. There's my experience booster. Depending on how long it lasts, it might actually be better to use it before fighting a boss. In other words, reap the benefits through killing multiple enemies. Not sure. Not sure. Get out of here. Hit both of these guys at the same time. Got quite a lot of these enemies to fight. This would have been a good time to use experience booster. Maybe. Probably not. Oh my god. I actually got stuck in a hit chain though. Yeah, probably not good to use it against these guys. I'd only be getting an extra 10 experience for each one. Not even that, an extra 5. Okay, go. Not worth it. And Boggart the Braggart, yeah. I think a lot of these names are honestly derived from already existing words in the English language, and I find that to be really distracting. I've made mention of it a few times now. It's actually distracting to see very familiar words, but they're not quite the same. I guess it's one way to make up words, isn't it? Just base them off words that already exist, but then that can at times get a little distracting when the person reading it is thinking about that other word instead. That's how it feels for me at the moment. See, now, why are these guys weaker? Watch. Not particularly weaker. Not really. Maybe they do have less health. Yeah, I guess they have less health, don't they? But not by much. I can see, however, that I'm only getting 27 experience rather than 52. There's a troll over here. Do you think I've killed this troll before? I'm not sure. But I feel like getting the experience. There are a few things to collect around here. I'm just flinching him out of everything that he wants to do. Got a nice critical hit there. Probably just stick with the Fey Blades for the rest of the fight. Goodbye. 315 experience, I'll take it. Not too bad. Iron kite shield. Remember the shields? Yeah, I'm not using them. What was that? Bracelet or whatever that was that I just picked up. Items. Jeweled bracelet. Just something to sell by the looks of it. Unless it's a quest item. Oh, come on. That's not fair. Alright, let's go and turn this quest in, shall we? With the lady who has taken up residence in this building. And now we get to listen to this annoying sound again.
The most important cairn of all. Troubling, but this is a challenge for later. For now, you must break.
Yeah, I did notice that, AJ. It's part of
As you've no doubt noticed,
some sort of armoring or armorer skill,
they will, however, last an eternity, perhaps even longer.
which I've upgraded a few times.
Those cairns are like lore stones, but special. They're enchanted, and the only way to unlock their contents is to use the.
I couldn't actually completely imitate that because I've got a lot of things in my way.
Attempts, but it should work. Go listen to Two Knights and a Troll. Find the words that will free me from this prison. It is a
What is the
magic
Echo Stone?
specially created to hold the most glorious of fae songs through tragedy in time. There is one in the other room.
Okay.
Soon.
Use the Echo Stone. Very well.
May the stone sing your song to the age
This stone fucking talks to me as well.
of time. Remember,
Why do all the stones have something to say in this world?
as the echo stone etches each ballad in memory.
Do I have to? Surely not.
The story of two
Surely I don't have to listen to all of those. You're gonna make me go through all of them.
may the stone
Holy shit. Alright, so I've done that one.
I shall may the
No, don't say goodbye to the stone.
and so the troll they fate we know in part what is the troll still under the
The troll!
When the troll and fae did
Yeah, I know all about the fucking trolls. I've killed several of them. They're probably extinct by now.
Hello. Did you discover the words to the counterspell?
No. Really? I had to pay attention to that shit? Duelist, reveal your true state.
Did. Try again.
Try again. Damn it.
Ready to speak the counterspell.
But you've no faults to mend?
Apparently not. See you soon.
What?
Are you ready to speak the counterspell?
You are human now. Go.
That's it. Hear me and don't forget a word. What Hallam feared is coming to pass.
Yeah, I'm extremely
Now,
immersed.
using a new and twisted magic, the Maid of Windermere hopes to alter the telling. At this moment, she possesses the single most important song in our canon. The hero.
I find her face and her eyes to be extremely off-putting.
We are all at risk. You must warn the House of Ballads.
Almost as off-putting as this story that they're trying to cram down my throat.
Go find Wenson and Hallam. It may already be too late.
I hope it's too late. Then something interesting might fucking happen. Alright. Wenson. I hope he dies. King Wenson. He's got a ridiculous name. It may already be too late. And to be clear, I don't know what might be too late. I don't know if they're in danger or if something else is going on. I really couldn't tell you. Get out of my way.
You may search the empire
What is going on?
over, but you will not find your beloved Wenson.
Oh no, my beloved Wenson.
They
My beloved Wenson. Maybe he would be beloved if I were as immersed in the story as they obviously wish that I was, but my beloved Wenson. Are you sure? Are you really sure? Because I can tell you I'm not going to be searching for him.
Good. You are well. The same cannot be said of the king.
Oh no.
Court of enchantments.
The maid.
In my absence,
This lady has such an intimidating name. The maid.
Dumas says that the greatest of ballads, the hero and the maid, was not recovered. This song above all the others must be found.
Not sure about that joke, AJ.
Legend thus far.
I have heard better, as it so
Do
happens.
you continue to stand by us? With all of our heroes gone,
Oh my god, stop talking to me.
our last light.
I also don't know how I feel about being called Sagril. When I said that I would take his seat, I didn't think that it would involve being called Sagril. If I had known that, I would have just given it a miss. What's next?
I knew I could count on you. In the face of uncertainty,
Yes, you can count on me, because I'm just doing
you have
quests.
proven steadfast. It is no use for us to combat the Maid of Windermere when we do not understand her new magic.
He's impressed by my indefatigability, but little does he know I'm in it for the gold and the experience.
Father Eter. He is a
EXP, please.
alchemist and a trusted friend. Eter may have the answers we seek.
Where is
Father Eter
another person?
over a small Almain mission in the southeast, St. Edric's. You will know it by the runes on the hill.
Okay.
Find Eter.
Look, I've got leveling up to do, so I will tend to your matter a little later. This is now called What Lies Beneath. Hallam the White believes that an alchemist and Mitharu father named Eter, or Eter, whatever, may have insight into how the Maid of Windermere is changing the great Fey songs. Eter, or Eter, whatever, lives in St. Edric's perpetual mission in the Sidhe, or Sidhe, to the southeast. Okay, very good. Let's level up. What? What has happened? Why am I getting red things now? Am I being prevented from upgrading that? Why is it red? Yes, I'm interrupting it. Why am I getting red shit now? Well, I'd like to do... It looks like I've lost a skill. I definitely improved this before. Whatever. Okay, back to finesse. Probably Fey Blades to level 6. Unlocks delayed special attacks for Fey Blades. Alright, what have we got? So apparently... Precise Weaponry 1 and 2 are separate. Oh no, but this does require Precise Weaponry 1. Shadow Strike. Huh. Let's just level these up as far as they can go, and then after that I'll worry about this business. I'm not going to do daggers at all. At least not for now. I'll leave it alone. Yeah, that'll do. That's great. And I'm quite sure that I'm happy to stick with Scout. Scout looks good. That would be the only... Oh, Duelist. Duelist, sorry. I'm not American. Confirm. Alright. Well, now we've got maximum Feyblade Mastery, which is good news. Doesn't take long, does it? But it also could be said that I'm not really using my points well. I'm sure that there are more sensible ways to do it. But that's alright. I think that's going to conclude not just this part, but indeed this entire recording. Goodness gracious. I do hope that you all enjoyed. I don't know how much enjoyment there is to be had in watching me play this game. And I'm very uncertain as to whether I'm enjoying the game or not. It's kind of weird. I'm both enjoying it and not at the same time. It's truly bizarre. I do thank you all for watching. I will see you next time I'm recording Kingdoms of Amalur, or whatever else comes next. And I'll see you then. See you next time. Goodbye for now.